special moment in the college football calendar, the SEC championship game, the original conference championship game with a long history of classic moments and legendary performances. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, a squad that's looking to put on a show here today. Taking on a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down to the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop with the 34. That will be a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking downfield, it's Brandt. It's caught on the crossing path. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
When he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look.
Nice throw here by the quarterback. Goes with a touch pass, but man, let's give credit to this defense. They are flying around, and he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that previous play. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw, testing the middle. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
And just like that, this defense takes advantage of a bad decision by the quarterback, steps in front of it for the interception. Now they've got great field position here early in this game.
The offense will begin now with excellent field position. Looking for a gap. It's Savage. Got the first down and still motoring. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking right. This one caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. Quick throw to the left side. And it's incomplete. Little first down trickery. Doesn't work that time. Come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. Looking to scramble. Crosses the 35. Oh, what a cut, and still going. He's in the clear. They're bringing down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down. So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Grant. Looking for his big tight end. Grant down the middle. It's Green. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Great start for this offense. 3 plays, and suddenly it's a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
2nd and goal for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. It's 3rd down and goal for the offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT trial. Knocks it right through. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
With the catch, it's Barry Johnson. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. He'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Making people miss. The senior with excellent work after the catch.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the defense able to hold it there to a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid.
The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway snuffs out the scoring threat. Big play.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Dropping back, it's Grant. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's talking, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Some contact on the throw. And that pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
That incompletion makes it second and 10 from the 26. The motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He finds some space. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. To the air, it's Grant. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Big guys on the field. The offense going very heavy. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Third and very long. Can they make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions this drive? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Green. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. Here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Coverage seeker brings down the returner. Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on the first down.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Dropping back. He's going to throw for the first down. On the run here, lets it go. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the punt will just bounce out of bounds. Offense makes their way on the field. On first down, it's play action. Wide open downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Gets made on the out route. They make the tackle, but all the way down to the 17.
Man, is this guy a tough matchup or what? Not only are you trying to prevent him from making just the catch, but then you got to bring him down to prevent more yards after the catch.
Toss play. Back heads to his right. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. And this time he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And defense all over him that time.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there. Second down and goal.
QB decides to keep it here. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
They're going to run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
Well, they go with the pitch here on the option on third down. Good call, but this defense is not fooled at all. Good job of recognizing this and being able to blow that up to now force a fourth down.
So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. He got it. The field goal's good. But hold on, there is a flag down. They could accept it and keep the drive going. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Savage. When they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. A chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Important third down play coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. Bringing pressure. So it's incomplete. Pass caught, but they rule him out of bounds.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Heading left after the handoff. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down play coming up. To the air, it's Grant. The receiver grabs it. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside. Created enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Deep shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. With the catch, it's Wilson. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Back to throw again. Caught quickly. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
Quarterback delivers quickly, a receiver on the screen. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. This offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Snags a quick throw. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. And the timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's reeled in. It's Barry Johnson. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. But crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Handoff here from the shotgun. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Emphasis here on cutting down on turnovers, a couple of them in the first half, and that's why they're trailing. Looks to the left, pass caught. And look at this, the fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Savage, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
3rd down play for this offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. He's wide open. Look out. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Nice grab. It's Savage. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. QB keeper all the way. He shreds the tackle. That's good for first down yardage. Set up at the 26 now.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Caught in the backfield. It's Barry Johnson. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back to pass. It's Williams. He's going to take off here. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Big moment here in this championship game. Third and short in the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made over the middle. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
And it's good, right down the middle.
Chris, they get the 3 points, but looking back at it, 4th and inches. Pretty conservative call there. I really thought they would have gone for it.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's brought down to the 27-yard line. Decent return.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. They'll run it to the left. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Brandt. Receiver makes the catch. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The throw complete to the running back underneath. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of every
swarm to the pass rush, a sack.
But another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. You just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Drop back here on third down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up 4th.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Using his legs, it's Savage.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Williams. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are. Anymore with Alabama, you just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
And he shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Over the middle, it's Singleton. They bring him down, but a nice play and moves the football to the 31 and a first down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the fourth by going to the air. He cannot escape. It's a sack. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Boy, you talk about blowing a play up. What a job by this defense. That is a big-time loss from the sack. But look at the offense. They're keeping the tempo going. I'm surprised.
Finds a receiver wide open. Quick juke to get free. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, tied.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Crucial PAT is good. They're in front by 1 here in the fourth. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the offense will take over. First and 10.
And the offense trots back out on the field again. Back to throw. It's Grant. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's stopping, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
going absolutely nowhere. The loss of the ball. Well, they run it right into a blitz. That linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Hey, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
You know, in these spread offenses, the game just keeps evolving, and the opportunities keep presenting themselves for the big guys to be able to run a corner out. So hard to cover this.
And here's the handoff. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows you the accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quick throw. The catch is made.
What a great call here by the offensive coordinator to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly. And even though you're close to the end zone, you can still throw it and use the timing to your advantage. Allow this receiver to be able to walk into the end zone.
What have we got cooked up for this two-point conversion attempt? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He'll run it into the end zone with a two-point try to build the lead up to 7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. So effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Catch made on the right side. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground. And it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag. This is a big call coming up. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Players are down the right side. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. Touchdown, Alabama. Still no answer for this offense. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Now the try here for the extra point. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. They start the drive with a good throw to the right. Tackle, but first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Takes that. Your second down. Dropping back. It's Grant. Defense is coming after him. Receiver makes the grab. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
First and 10 play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And now the handoff. Breaks in open space.
Another positive run on first and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
The ball handed off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Press coverage now from the secondary. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
The shotgun handoff here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice game. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. Delivers complete to the right side. The timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. He missed it. Off target that time. He missed it, and the game is still tied up.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Desperation pass falls incomplete. Now we're headed to overtime. Down here for this offense. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. 1st down, looking for more now. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Running game is working. Let's stick with it on 1st down. Comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run it here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So here comes a challenging 3rd down conversion attempt for this offense, trying to keep the sticks moving and avoid making a 4th down decision. Grab down the middle. It's Singleton. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
So now the field goal team is out here trying to take the lead here in overtime. Net kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And with that, they retake the lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So they line out now knowing a touchdown wins the football game. You need a field goal at least to force another overtime. Looking to throw. It's Grant. Grabbed by the receiver.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Well, they spot a holding call. That'll back them up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking downfield near the end zone. very long, looking to throw. It's intercepted. A crucial overtime mistake.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, they can find out how they